Hey guys, Pete here, HVAC Greatness. This video is going to be a little different. I want to talk to you about investing your money, or better yet, let's talk to you about banking, the financial system, the changes that are coming. I don't know if you guys remember it. My logo up here, 2x to 10x your profits now. It didn't start off that way. It started off as reputation by design, because the idea was, how can people see your greatness, right? And so once I got into marketing, I realized that wasn't the end result that people were looking for. And so a little later, I changed it to, why do I want better reputation? I want more customers. I'd like to actually have more of those really, really good customers. But then I changed it from that to HVAC greatness, more customers, better customers. But then that wasn't it either. I mean, fundamentally, what it boiled down to was I wanted to be able to make more money as a heating and air company, right? As opposed to just working those long hours and barely getting by, having to compete with these people who, the rest of the story, okay? So fundamentally, this channel is about heating and air conditioning business owners learning better ways to build a business because you want to provide for your family. Well, if you're watching what's going on in the world financially, there's a lot of stuff. And I'm going to speak around words. I don't want to speak too directly because I value this platform or the platform's ability to get in front of people like yourself. And if this past fiasco has taught us anything at all, it's that they'll censor you. They'll deplatform you. They'll do all kind of stuff. So we could push back and just say, the heck with them and do what we want and then get deplatformed. But sometimes it's better just to be patient and work a little smarter. So one of the things that triggered this was I got an email from my accountant telling me how much I owed in taxes. And I was really shocked. It's a lot of money. And we've taken advantage of every tax advantage that we possibly could, but it still is a lot of money. And I was thinking, just isn't right. And it was just a reminder of the way the system works and how it's gotten out of balance. You ever see those videos of police officers bullying people into giving up their rights, and other people who have learned the law and know how to speak to those types of police officers? Not all. We've got some good police officers out there, obviously. I'm just talking about this particular category. Unfortunately, it doesn't just apply in that particular area of government, right? State and local. We're talking federal. We're talking, if you know the history of where income taxes came from, a lot of you would not be paying income taxes right now if you knew the true legalities of it. And but you got to be careful, or else you end up in some really hot water. So with the tax man, and now I've got to up until the 15th to come up with all this extra income that I didn't have budgeted. And if you're in business, you've been there, right? It's just it's the reality of things. We're all subject to these different challenges. So now they're messing with the banking. And this particular a political group that's in office right now, I'm drawing a blank. Sorry, I had a long day yesterday. I'm kind of beat up today, but just follow me on this. This particular administration has made an announcement that the United States is going to be the crypto capital of the world. And I don't think what people realize what's happening, and a lot of my closest friends are are all for this administration. And I think if I wasn't looking things through a spiritual perspective, I would lean one way over the other as well. But I see both sides, and I see what a mess this thing is, and how the people are being manipulated. And this is my opinion. This is not about a political discussion. It's just that I don't trust either one. And I don't think you should either. I don't trust the banking system. I don't trust crypto. I don't trust Bitcoin. I own crypto. And the reason I own crypto is I'm an investor. This is where a lot of money is being made. And if your goal, obviously, is to make more money, your business is going to produce money for you. And you can take some of this money and invest it in certain things and do really well. And I'm no expert on that. In fact, I'm about as amateurish as you can get, but I am taking courses all of the time and I'm trying to learn. And I've made some money and I've lost a lot of money. I've been rug pulled. That's what they call them when you get all invested in something and then they pull all the money out and then you're left with useless crypto coins, right? I've followed the narrative, just, hold, hodl, 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 hold on for dear life. That's the way you invest, while they're coming in and out and they're reading the charts and they're making millions as it goes up and they're making money as it comes down. And so I've learned a lot and I still have a lot to learn. But the point is that with this new digital system, in fact, I believe Trump mentioned doubling the amount of electrical power generation that the United States currently has in order to be able to facilitate all this stuff that's coming. Okay. They always talk about the good parts. They don't talk about the other parts, like a camera watching you everywhere you go. And anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm not here to judge or to pass that on. What I am here to encourage you is to try to take care of yourself financially. Okay. Because that is the system that we have to use, because that's the way the bills get paid. The problem is, once, I don't know if you remember those truckers up in Canada back when they were protesting and Trudeau had all their bank accounts shut off. I mean, imagine the amount of control that is outside of your control, that just take what's yours, right? So to the extent possible, I'm of the philosophy, of the opinion, that we should probably be more decentralized than centralized, be more free than secure. And they sell a good game. They have for years, but I've watched this thing come since, I was in my mother's womb the day they shot Kennedy. That's how old I am. And so he was dead before I was born, but still, I'm 60 years old. That was 61 years ago as the time of this recording. And I've seen a lot of stuff happen. And this world is an absolute mess. It's starting to come out now. So we have to be smart. And we have to, those of us who are like-minded, kind of stick together. All right. And so I came across a gentleman who I follow on YouTube, just like you follow a bunch of people out there, I'm sure. And I really like this guy because he's kind of cut from the same cloth that I feel like I am. And he is putting together a course. And I'm going to put the link of that course in the description below. And no, I'm not an affiliate. He doesn't even know I'm doing this. I really was impressed by this concept. And without further ado, this is kind of what it is. So the current cryptocurrencies that are out there and all the stuff that they're putting together is run on networks, and the networks are being gobbled up by people who want to control. Okay. And so the control aspect, the whole idea for cryptos was freedom to spend your money. But they would say that, the criminals are using that. No, that's how money is laundered. And I'm sure it is. But the legal criminals aren't getting their cut. That's the problem, in my opinion. So this class is on decentralization and a particular network that is not run by anybody. The nodes are the owners of the. You don't have to be an owner of the crypto, and it's not Bitcoin, it's not Monero, it's not Pirate. I know there's a lot of other privacy coins out there, but it's been around, it's proven, it's been, I think, 12 years now, but it's not owned by anybody. And therefore, it's up to the people to keep this thing going. Well, a group of people are coming together and they're encouraging people to not to invest in the coin so much, but into the network. And fundamentally, at some point in the future, when there's enough of these, and there already is a great deal of these, but you literally have the ability to have transactions completely outside of the system. Now, the governments hate this for obvious reasons. They can't tax it, they can't control it, they can't see it. And I guess they could if they could find out what your wallet was and things like that. But anyway, the depth in which the course is being taught is pretty good. It teaches you. There's only one place in the United States that you can get the actual original, and not some. Oh gosh, I forget the word. Not on that. You know the old saying: if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Okay, to actually be able to hold it, you have to go through. There's only one place in the United States, and the course reveals that. So the course is very cheap. And it's not about you buying their crypto, although you'll want to, buy, a dollar's worth, $50 worth, whatever. And you would hold that, you would set the node up in the program, and you would be a node. So there's all these nodes where the network performs at, and as transactions take place, the proof is in the multiple nodes, right? So that's I know I'm not using the right language. That's not my area of expertise. So, but what I have always wanted was to get the government off my back. And understanding what I do about the law, I know there is a way, and it's a big step because you're setting yourself up. But I'm looking at things a little different now that I'm older. And particularly at this point we are in, if you believe in the Bible, at the point where we are scripturally speaking. And I know I don't want to open up a controversy there. I have very strong beliefs. You do too. I have a passion for the truth. Hopefully you do too. But fundamentally, I believe that day's coming. And I believe that it's a lot sooner than most people realize. But I also believe it's quite possible we're going to go through some stuff. We're going to go through some great tribulation. We're going to have some tough times. And if all of what you own is in this system, they can just turn off, like the guy did up in Canada, shutting all the accounts off. If they can just turn you off, unless you take this particular mark, for lack of a better word, you can't buy, you can't sell, you can't do business. But if you had a different network and you built upon that, and by the way, this is where the value is. It's not the crypto money. It's what you can build on top of it. Maybe your business interactions at some point when you want to be outside of the system, if that were to happen. I'm not encouraging any revelry or anything like that. Pay your taxes. Obey the law. Never do things against the law. But don't you ever do things that go against the scriptures and your beliefs. Right. And so that's my 2 cents on that. So I wanted to share this. I want to share this with you, and I'm going to put a link down there. The gentleman, his channel is called the Economic Ninja. And maybe some of you are already following him. and he's kind of a funny guy, and he tries to be entertaining. Sometimes he's silly, but he diversifies. You know, he understands wealth. He's made his money. He looks at real estate. He looks at gold and silver. He looks at cryptos. He looks at other investments. Right, the Iraqi dinar. You know, if you remember that one back years ago, that's still a possibility, right? The revaluation of that, if you've ever heard of that. And anyway, that what happened was, you know, Iraq's dinar, which is like their dollar, got tremendously devalued because of the war, and it's never been revalued back to what it was. And so if you hold a lot of that, the theory is all of a sudden overnight you become like a millionaire, right? And so, right? I mean, it's happened before. It happened in Kuwait, I believe it was. And when they revalued it, a lot of people made a lot of money. But that's the kind of stuff that the insiders know about. People like you and I just get lucky to come across it, right? So anyway, the idea is to make more money. You don't want to invest foolishly. Sorry, I got somebody shooting me messages here. But why not diversify? Why not get into some other things? And why not have a decentralized option so that if things start getting a little hairy, you can move your stuff out of the system? I don't know if that were to happen. Again, don't do anything illegal. Follow the law. I'm just kidding. You know what I'm saying? Follow the law. Do what's right. Pay your taxes, and consider that. There's a link down there. Like I said, the course is cheap, and it's not about the crypto. Just getting in the network is the main thing, and holding a cold storage wallet where you have that independence, independent from everything, true privacy. So anyway, I'm a big freedom advocate. Hopefully you are too. Sorry for taking this in a personal direction, but I know many of you out there are kind of think like I do, right? A lot of you, I know you do because I talk to you guys that reach out to me and we talk. You know, that's the kind of stuff that I discover. Anyway, P. Ramsey here, HVAC greatness. You guys be safe out there, and I will post this and put the link below. Take care.